Hey friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. These are the action figures we've opened so far, and we're about to open 10 more from Avengers Infinity War. So if you've not seen the video where we already opened these, unboxed these amazing videos, then click up here right now. Bing! And so follow that link and then the video will pop open right here, and that was part 1. Well, this is going to be part 2. And we're about to open 10 more action figures from the Infinity War Marvel Legends set. I can't wait to show you. So guys, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you can get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. Give us a big thumbs up. And yeah, click that share button underneath so that you can share this with all your friends and family that you think would be really find this video awesome. So guys, let's go ahead and get started. And just to let you know, this is one of the sets we're about to open, and this one basically the special sets, and this one. So guys, why don't we get started right now?
It's so nice to meet you, Gigi.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G. I will see you on the TV.
Congratulations on all your success.
Super Channel G. All right, so check this out. We're gonna do this Thor, Rocket, and Groot 3-pack. I believe this was a Toys R Us exclusive, and I can't tell you how excited I am to get this open and show you. But yeah, so this was hard for us to find, and we had to buy it at a comic book shop because Toys R Us was no longer around. So, and then had to pay a higher price, of course. But look how great it looks, man. So this is Thor, obviously from the beginning of Avengers Infinity War. He still only had one eye. Of course, Rocket, and then there's Teenage Groot, so it's super exciting. Now the interesting part is this one came with the Bifrost Sword, which I don't know why that would be packaged with Thor here. Now I get it, like Heimdall did have that sword and he sent the Hulk back to Earth, but Thor didn't use it. So anyway, look at this beautiful packaging. Look at that great picture of Thor. Look at this awesome picture of Rocket, and ooh, I'm knocking figures over here. Let me just move him back. I'm sorry, Rocket and Groot, right? So that looks awesome. Look at this beautiful artwork back here. It just looks absolutely astounding. So look at that, and I love how Thor kept calling Rocket Rabbit, right? That was funny. And Groot was like the spoiled little teenager, right? I am Groot. So, Avengers Infinity War, beautiful package. When a blaster-toting raccoon, a teenage tree, and an Asgardian god get together, the journey is sure to be out of this world. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. So, let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. And I was just so excited to get this set, let me tell you. You have no idea. And let's take a closer look. Now, first of all, Heimdall's sword, this Bifrost Sword, I believe we had a version of it in the Thor Ragnarok Marvel Legends set, right? And it's basically this exact same thing. So interesting, but no Heimdall. And also, Thor didn't use this sword. So anyway, a really cool accessory, but just interesting choice since he didn't hold it in the movie. So let's get Thor out of here. And I loved Thor's story arc in Avengers Infinity War. That was one of my absolute favorite parts of the whole movie. And so look how great he looks. So obviously this was after the events of Ragnarok, where during which Hela just cut him right there in the eye and blinded him on that part. So look at this beautiful head sculpt. Look at this little bit of electricity charging right here through his eye. He's got great hair, great haircut, and look at this beard. Great detail, just awesome paint job right there on the head. So here's some little bit of electricity charges right here, and just looks all around awesome. Let's see how far back and forward the head will go. Okay, and the head's nice and stiff. Look at that. That actually looks like him. Look at that. This is a great head sculpt, and the head goes pretty far back considering he's got this collar right here. All right, it clicks really hard. So let's see. The arms and the shoulders move around and clicks nice and hard. So these joints are nice and tough. So that's good. Moves in the high part of the bicep, and the arm comes all the way in with that double joint. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Turns at the wrist, moves in and out. It's a little stiff. I don't want to break the fingers, but that's awesome. Look at that. Look at the great detail on his outfit. Now, interesting, it moves right here by the rib cage and goes pretty far back and forward. I'll say that. There is no waist. You can't turn at the waist, but you do turn it there. And this is basically a mirror image on this arm. And this wrist moves a lot easier. And look at that. So it looks absolutely outstanding. Look at that. Okay, so it moves right here on the hips. Look at the detail on these pants. And then of course this really heavy duty double jointed knees. So that's awesome. Now the ankle's a little looser than I would have liked, but has absolutely outstanding mobility. And look at the great detail in the pants and the boots. Look at that. Boots and pants and boots and pants. Just absolutely outstanding articulation. Let's see how he looks right here with this Bifrost Sword. So let's push that right up through here. And let's see if we can put this in both of his hands right here. Despite the fact that his fingers are... There we go. Alright, if I can put his hands closer together and stand them up without looking awkward. Look at that. So that looks cool. Like when Heimdall pushes it in there, but I don't necessarily know if I want him holding the sword like this right now. But nonetheless, a cool option. Look at that. So that looks great. And to be honest, since he never uses the sword in Infinity War, I'm not going to make him hold it here. So I'll just have him kind of like on guard, looking super tough like that, ready to let his electricity charges flow through him. Look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely outstanding? I certainly think so. Great looking Thor figure. And let's compare him to this one right here. Look at that. Almost the same. I definitely like the color of the hair on this one way better. But yeah, they both serve a really awesome purpose. So let's put this Thor right back over here. And let's put this one over here where he's with Loki from the beginning of the movie. Doesn't that look awesome? Look at that. Alright. Let's move on next to Rocket and Groot. So some of these accessories are just kind of more for fun than what they use in the movie. So look at this Rocket. He's kind of just the same Rocket from the Guardians of the Galaxy one we have. His head, I'm trying to see, does it go back and forth or not really? It obviously turns right here. And he's got a little bit of plastic crease right there, which we'll just sand down. It looks pretty good. Now the Guardians of the Galaxy one was better. Does the mouth open? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's supposed to open. Maybe not. Maybe so. Because it doesn't look like there's a joint. But I'm getting it to open. I don't want it to crack off. So just throwing that out there. Maybe it's not supposed to open. Look at that. Nonetheless, looks super cool. And tilts right there. His arm has great mobility right here in the shoulder. Moves with a single joint right here on the on the elbow and the wrist. So he's a little more delicate because it's thinner plastic, piece of plastic than the other ones, but definitely has great articulation. Look at that. So he moves right here around the chest, midsection. Does not move at the waist, and then the high part of the thigh and the hips right here. Look at that. So he can actually articulate really well. Look, he has got that joint right there on the knee, and his foot turns, but it does not pivot. And then this tail actually has spins right. Oh, it just pops right out pretty easily. Spins and then moves right here on this joint. So you can use it to help prop him up because his feet are so small. Look at that. So we have a couple guns here. Look at this. This huge one there, and then these little ones here. So which one do we want to give him? We want to give him the big gun or the little ones? Because if we give him the big gun, we're going to have to balance him a lot differently. So let's give him the little ones. But we'll take a look at what the guns look like individually anyway. Okay. So take a look at this. So that looks cool. So he may not officially use these in the movie, but they're definitely good accessories. It definitely would be awesome for any sort of like stop motion that you may do. That's what I love about Marvel Legends, is that you can use these for art, which is really what I like, because you can pose them and just get really good poses for the action figures, good for reference, and of course, look at that, they're just great collectibles. But you can also obviously use them for stop motion as well, so there's just so many uses. This rocket just looks so great, doesn't it? Yeah, look at his suit. It looks awesome. So let's put him right on over here, I guess, right? How great that looks. And let's get, oh, let me show you the other gun. The other gun, but it's a bit cumbersome for him to be holding right there and firing it off, but it looks really cool. I didn't want him just having to hold it like that right now, so I want him using that one. But this is a super cool gun, and anybody can technically hold this. So put that back right there. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. And so Groot out. Let's get this little thing he's looking at. I think it's supposed to be like a video game, but it looks more like a rectangular petri dish or something, as opposed to a video game. So here's Groot. Let's see. We have his head, I guess, on a ball joint, really. So it turns and pivots. Look, he's got a little bit of plant life growing out of his head. His arm moves that far back, which isn't a ton back because it ends up hitting right there. But it does move. Same thing here. And wow, it looks like this arm goes a little further back than the other one. It bends right here at the wrist. I'm sorry, at the elbow. And the wrist does move back and forward and around. So that's really cool. It would have been really neat to have had an accessory for Groot to where we can extend the arm with those tree limbs. Look at this. So that would have been really cool. Now obviously it doesn't exist, but maybe I can make my own custom part. He turns and moves right here, his midsection, and then he does have good articulation on the legs. Let's see, his knee has a single joint. Look at that. And his feet, man, they do pivot. Look at that, side to side and around, and so that looks awesome. And yeah, let's have him standing there. We're not gonna have him use the Heimdall sword. We'll put that away. And I guess we'll have him hold this anyway. Just turn his hand there. Look at that. He's starting to get concerned because Infinity War is breaking out. Look how great that looks. So we'll just put him right over here. Doesn't that look great? I mean, it looks absolutely awesome. And here's Rocket. So that looks absolutely outstanding. Alright, that was 3 new figures to add right here. So, let's move on. Alright, so I was actually gonna wait to do this one last, but I can't wait anymore. Look how incredible this Marvel Studios first 10 years looks. It has this amazing Thanos in there, which we can't see because the light isn't going in there. This amazing Iron Man with a light up arc reactor, and this amazing Doctor Strange, just amazing all the way around. That's what basically that A looks like it should stand for. And beautiful package. It's hard to show you all right here because I already have these figures. You know what? Let me just move our camera so you can see. So it's got this beautiful package right here. Look at that. And it makes one big picture, obviously, when you put it up against the other ones. And let's read what it says right here. It says, Avengers Infinity War. A threat has emerged from the cosmos as Thanos, a ruthless warrior, plans to collect all of the Infinity Stones. Joined by his formidable allies, he will be near unstoppable at achieving his goal. The Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man must join forces and fight side by side to stop Thanos while the fate of the Earth and the universe lays in the balance. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So, yeah, just right from the get-go where it says, a threat has emerged from the cosmos as Thanos. Yeah, you knew it was going to be epic. So, let's see what the back says. Right here, it says, and this is the Mark 50. That's what the L means because it is Roman numeral. But look how absolutely amazing this looks. So, right here, Iron Man, Mark 50. After being an integral part of the Avengers team from the start, Tony Stark finds himself divided from Earth's mightiest heroes. But now, faced with an imminent deadly threat, unlike any he has ever encountered, Stark will be forced to call upon some familiar faces and battle alongside some new allies. Yep, we're gonna get that open in just a moment. Look at this amazing Thanos. The Avengers are brought face to face with the cunning, intelligent, and fierce warlord Thanos, a ruthless cosmic threat consumed with saving the universe from itself. To stop him, the Avengers must join forces to bring down this villain who will stop at nothing to collect the 6 Infinity Stones. And last but not least, this great Doctor Strange right here. As Dr. Stephen Strange gets accustomed to his new role as a guardian of the Sanctum Sanctorum and sworn protector of the Eye of Agamotto, this master of the mystic arts will soon discover how much further his universe will expand when the cosmos are in jeopardy. Let's get this bad boy open. So yeah, look, it's still glowing. So you know what, this time let's start with Doctor Strange on the right side. Push him right through. Oh, look. There we are. There's a cloak of levitation. Came off. Right out there. And look, there's extra hand accessory to hold stuff, which we'll probably get in a second. And then right here, he's using his mystical powers right there. So, let's take a look at this Dr. Stephen Strange, and it looks great. Definitely has a strong resemblance to Benedict Cumberbatch. Even has his little hair flowing. Remember when Iron Man was like, hey Doc, you wouldn't happen to be moving your hair like that right now, would you? Like, no, not at the moment. So here's the Eye of Agamotto. That's really cool. So like in Endgame, when you're like, well, why did she take the stone out of there instead of just giving Bruce the Eye of Agamotto? That's because there's a spell that needs to be done to open this, and Bruce wouldn't be able to obviously open it without the spell, so that's why she gave him the stone without it. So that makes good sense as far as movie magic goes. So absolutely outstanding detail on his head, and so moves really well, articulates well. Look at that. And let's see, we got good solid movement on the shoulders. That looks great. Ugh, it's super stiff too. And it moves all the way up here in the high part, like by the shoulders to turn. Let's see, we do have double joints at the elbows, so that's great. Look at this great detail, and look at sculpt. So the hand moves really well. Look at that. I was like, does he have the scars on there? It looks like not. And then he bends there, but then this is gonna start to hit, so you can only bring this in so much. And this is you know, obviously what it looks like when he's using the time stone, the Eye of Agamotto. Look at that. Looks absolutely outstanding. And then he's like turning time back and forth. So that looks absolutely outstanding. And look at his outfit. And let's see, does he turn? He does turn at the waist, so that's awesome. And then he pivots right there and tilts. Look at his pant legs have double jointed legs. Nice and thick leg right there. I'm sorry, joint. And moves right here at the boot, so it'll be easy to turn because this kind of restricts the movement right here. So he can't really move his legs too far out, but looks absolutely great. Look at that. And so this part, this peg goes right here. So you just do this, and then put this over his shoulder. Look at that. And voila, you have the cloak of levitation. Look how great that looks, right? Doesn't that look absolutely amazing? Wow, I didn't even realize it has like this only on one side or whatever. So there we are. Looks absolutely outstanding. It's a little warped just because it's softer and it's been in that plastic case for a while. So look at that. So let's give him a nice little stance, spreading his legs right there, and look how great that looks. Look amazing. So kid, that's the wizard. Go get him. Remember that? So let's move our Black Widow over. Let's move our Spider-Man over. And let's put our Doctor Strange right over here. There we are. Of course, I don't want him to fall forward, so let's let him lean back just a little bit more. Boom! So that looks absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Let's move this Captain America just a smidge. Yep, we're starting to get real crowded over here with all these great characters. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to this outstanding Iron Man. So it's almost the same one as that one. Almost. But obviously there's a difference because it has an LED light in his chest. And he does not move right here, so he doesn't turn. So that obviously, for articulation wise, makes it not as cool as the other one. But obviously the light is a unique feature. You press this button right here, look at that. So that looks really cool. And this is the switch to turn it on and off. And for how long, for how long it lasts, look at that. So isn't that cool? Look at that. So otherwise, so anyway, that's really cool. And so if you notice, the joints, everything is very similar because it's almost the exact same body. Almost. We do have the arms that come back like that. Look at this beautiful head sculpt. The head goes back pretty far and pretty far down, and then it does this. So that's really cool. So there's not a whole lot new here, and much like the other one, for whatever reason, we can't get the arm to go fully straight. Look at that. So I pull it fully straight and then it starts to go back, and it's because it hits here. So just keep that in mind. So if you want a straight arm to be able to shoot out like that, you're gonna have to turn it sideways. See? But that's the way I found the workaround. So same thing here. Look at that. So we'll do that there. And then of course, it's probably the exact same legs right here. Same paint job and everything. Double joints, and this is just a really well built figure. The joints are nice and tight and stiff, but still you can move them to get the pose that you want. Look how great that looks. Let's just give them a standing power stance like that. Stand down, and look at this awesome replaceable hands. And we have these once again to show his repulsor blasts. Oh no, I didn't realize it was two pieces. Look at that. So cool. So just push that back in, and let's put it right there. Just insert that right there in the hand. Right here. So I would have loved for there to have been some sort of like nanotech to show Tony Stark using. Obviously there's not, but nonetheless I would have loved that. So look at this great stance right here. Now it's almost the same as the other one, but standing up and more like that. But what we can also do is we can also have him using this to fly. See? So that's something else we can do. So maybe we'll do that for this moment right now. Let's bring his arms further in, and we can bring his legs closer together. So, and you know what? We can get a stand. Where's it? Let's get a stand. I just brought him over here. What did I do with him? So our action figure stands, which are really outstanding, actually. Outstanding. The problem is I just can't find them. What did I do with them, guys? Sorry. All right. Well, I'll find them in just a moment. I don't want to waste our time looking for that, because I can just come back to it. So for now, we'll have our Iron Man looking amazing like this, and we'll put him. Let's see if I can get him to stand first of all, just on his own like that. There we are. Okay. So perfect. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to the big fella. And look at these two head sculpts. Both of them look outstanding. So this is basically the one that they copied for the new Thanos over there, except they put a helmet on him. Go look, see? Watch, look. And this other one does not look like this one over here, because this one's kind of smiling-ish. But this one's just kind of grumpy. They both look great, but this is my favorite one. So let's get him out of here. Oh, and I know I didn't show you the portal that's being opened here by the, you know, with a sling ring or whatever. But this is how great it looks. Look at that. Doesn't it look amazing? His spell casting right there. So you can actually put that for Doctor Strange right here. Look how great that looks. Just throwing that out there. That looks really amazing. And he'll hold it with this hand. Just insert it right there, like Cap shield. Okay. So I'm gonna put that back for now. And let's take a look at this amazing Thanos. So, first of all, the head sculpt is phenomenal. Phenomenal. This is the best head sculpt out of all of them. Look at this. So, a little bit of stain right there, but we can get that buffed out. But look at the detail on this face. The detail, look how the size of it compared to my thumbnail. Literally. So, let's see how far back the head goes. Really far back. Really far forward. Look at that. And then tilt and pivots really well. It's just a gorgeous head sculpt. I can't get over that. Look at that. And then look at the detail that it now has on his outfit. Wow, look how great that looks. It's textured, so it's very similar to the other figure, but just better paint job all around. So I'm going to show you. Although I did love this figure. First of all, the paint is way better. The color is way better. And then you can actually switch out the fists if you're gonna do like stop motion or whatever. You just pop this part off and put it here, so that we can have a closed fist if you want and interchange them. So that's outstanding. And everything is different color. From the pants, the gold, the boots. I mean, it's slightly different, but it is different. Look at that. But overall, the sculpt is essentially the same. But just look how absolutely gorgeous this figure looks. Oh man, I didn't mean to pop the arm right out of the shoulder. Tight. Press. There we go. So it's nice and tight movement. Look at that. And moves right here above the bicep. Has a single heavy duty joint for the elbow, but doesn't come quite 90-degree angle. Same thing for this one. Now I wish we had a hand that was open and not just a fist on these, but you know, whatever. I wonder if we can use the hand from the other one. We'll take a look in a second. But man, does this Thanos look absolutely outstanding. Look, he crunches right here at the abs, and he goes back, and then he turns at the waist, which is obviously what our endgame Thanos could not do, could not turn at the waist. And then of course we got some great articulation right here with the legs. This moves independently. Obviously you may not necessarily be excited about that, and so it moves the high part of the thigh. Has double joints right here on the knees, and there's a big heavy duty joint. Look at that. Now Thanos doesn't need to obviously have big dynamic poses. He's just so towering in how he stands and just intimidating that way. But obviously he does have some pretty good mobility for being so big. So this part moves a lot easier than this top part, so just throwing that out there. So let me bring his legs back together like that. I'm saying, look at this gorgeous Infinity Gauntlet. And the fact that it's open, you could definitely do it like as if he's about to do the snap. Look at that. So if we bring this other one here, we could probably switch out these hands if we wanted to. Yep. So watch. Oops. So look at that. We could switch this out to have an open hand. If we wanted to, look at that. So, and we can have him probably using this to choke Loki or whatever. But just showing you, having these technically 3 Thanos is a great way to interchange parts for whether it's stop motion or just displaying or whatever. Otherwise, would have been a waste of parts. So let's put this right here. If you don't know what that reference was, then watch Infinity War. Okay, so let's put them back over here. Let's put this bad boy right here. And this Thanos right here. Let's see what he looks like if we bring this Loki over. Look at this. Because he chokes him with the Infinity Gauntlet. So that looks absolutely amazing. So yep, let's put Loki right back over here. We may as well put this amazing Thanos in the back over here. So we'll put this one here. And I'll put this one right here in front. So that doesn't look amazing, right? They're both, look at their Infinity Gauntlets. Look at that. Man, this is an amazing cast of figures. Alright, and we still have 4 more. So let's move on. Okay, next we have Scarlet Witch. So we have Wanda here. And we have Vision. Again, another Toys R Us exclusive. This one was also hard for us to find. We had to get it online. Of course, all the prices were jacked up because there was no more Toys R Us. And at first you don't even notice his cape back there because it blends in, but look how gorgeous these 2 figures look. They look absolutely amazing. And so look at this beautiful artwork, right? Look at that. We have Vision here. Oh man, I'm knocking everybody over. Sorry about that. Getting a little overzealous. And then what did he say when he fell? He said, of course, I am Groot. So that looks outstanding. And let's take a look at this beautiful package right here. And let's see what it says. Look at this awesome art right here of an action shot of the action figures. So, both empowered by the Mind Stone, Vision and Scarlet Witch are powerful forces in the throes of battle. Absolutely. And so both of these figures are incredibly powerful. I'm sorry, these characters are incredibly powerful. We've seen Vision. If it weren't for the fact that he had already been stabbed, Corvus Glaive, he would have been able to do a lot more stuff. But anyway, he was mortally wounded from the get-go, and that was because he was just too powerful. Obviously, it makes for a better story. Otherwise, Vision probably would have been able to stop everyone right away. And then Scarlet Witch in the Endgame, man, she almost kills Thanos by herself. She starts ripping and destroying his armor, and she's like basically doing this to him with her powers until he finally rains down the missiles on the battlefield and killing whoever is in their way, so that and that's the only thing that stops him from being killed right there. But anyway, yeah, she's definitely super powerful. Look how great this looks. Two of our favorite characters, not our absolute favorite. They are super awesome. She's absolutely, you know, one of our favorites, one of Gigi's favorites for sure, Captain Marvel and Scarlet Witch. And Vision was super cool. I just wish we could have seen him do so much more. Now in in Civil War, we were able to see him do some stuff, but still, we never really got to see a whole lot of Vision just do a bunch of great Vision stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to see that when the new series comes out, WandaVision. That would be absolutely amazing. Now, first of all, this action figure is ridiculous. Look how awesome it looks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Head sculpt, everything. Just gorgeous action figure. The coat, she moves right here. The rib cage, look at that. And great detail, look at the face. Absolutely amazing. So this hair is just soft enough to be able to turn, and now it looks like it's blowing in the wind. Look at that. So the head does move pretty good, but this hair, even though it's soft, it still pushes back, so it won't be able to hold the head being articulated too far back. Look at that. So the shoulders move really well, really smooth and fluid. We have this single joint right here that comes into almost 90 degrees right there. Look at this spell casting hands. So that looks absolutely outstanding, or she can use her telekinesis, right? So that looks awesome. The coat looks awesome. And so very reminiscent of Jean Grey from, I guess, X3, right? We got good mobility on the legs. Let's see. Great paint detail, great colors. We got double joints of the knees. Now, this joint doesn't feel as strong as some of the other ones we've seen, but definitely great mobility. Look at the knee, feels a lot loose now, just because I posed it like that. Or I'm sorry, check to see the articulation. It loosened up the joint. So just keep that in mind. We got some great mobility right here in her boots, and some great articulation ability. Look at that. Now, the leg joints are a little looser than maybe we would have liked, but nonetheless, just an absolutely outstanding figure. So let's see how we can pose her. And let's get these right here that show her powers going, just really soft plastic. So we just kind of wrap that around. Check this out. So that's all we got to do there. See? There's no real right and wrong way. It just kind of wraps around. So, oops. Can get it? There we go. Can get it to open up. And this one is different shape than the other one. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? So, oops. Get her doing that. And absolutely great. Look at that. So, where can we put her? Let's move her on over to let's take a look here. Maybe we can put Groot over here where he fits. Now, but we won't be able to see Rocket. Guess we can put Rocket right over here. And we'll move everybody a little bit, but look how great this Wanda Maximoff looks. Put her right here, so we can put Vision right next to her. Look at that. Let's bring Black Panther out just a bit. There we go. And man, are we starting to get really crowded here. That's outstanding. And look at this awesome looking Vision figure right here. So I'm not going to use any of those fists because he doesn't punch anybody. Vision just too powerful, can use his the Mind Stone. So, yep. So remember, Thanos wouldn't have been able to do the snap without the stone in his head. this on through. That doesn't fit directly, so we're gonna have to kind of roll this to come out of the hole right here. There we are. Set that aside. And look how great this vision looks. Let's zoom in right here. Look at this great head sculpt. Look at that. There's the Mind Stone right there. Let's see. His head articulation is really good. It's a lot looser than I would have liked, but still stays when you move it for articulation. This looks like it's supposed to come off, but it doesn't. Look at the texture on his outfit. Look at the boots. So this electric type red, grapefruit, whatever color you want to call it. That's definitely pops out. Look at this green. And let's see how well his arm moves. It snaps and clicks. Moves right here at the high part of the bicep. Look at that. Double joints. Look how awesome that looks. Absolutely outstanding. So let's see if he does that. And then shoots you with his Mind Stone. There we go. So absolutely outstanding. Moves right here. It's very interesting how this was obviously Tony Stark and Ultron's vision, right? So we got good articulation here. Moves in the high part of the thigh. These joints are, I will tell you, they're a little looser than I would have liked. Look at that. So we can definitely have him floating like that, right? Look at these boots. Doesn't that look awesome? So we have great articulation there, but we don't need Vision looking like he's an athletic superstar. We need Vision just looking like he's definitely always in control, even when he's not. So that looks absolutely outstanding. Look at this cape. So let me see what I can do to get him flying here. Okay, so check this out. Tell me that doesn't definitely look like Vision, right? Like a great pose that he would do. So that looks awesome. And then this character stand, look at this. We could definitely put Tony Stark just very simply like this. Just pivot this down a little bit, raise it up, and there he is. And his legs a little closer together. And both of these flying. And we can put these in the back somewhere, and they can look absolutely outstanding. So, doesn't that look just so great? And so we'll move them in a little bit so we can have all of our figures posed together, but man, does that look amazing. Okay, obviously we don't want to separate Vision and Wanda too much, and yeah, let's move on to our next figures. So last but not least, we have Winter Soldier and Marvel's Falcon, and they look absolutely outstanding. Look at that. Now, Bucky did have a beard in Avengers Infinity War, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, he looks just like the movie. I don't know why they didn't give him the guns he was using. They gave him this, which is like a recycled, huge sort of space looking gun, or at least it's painted so it looks like a space gun, but he definitely didn't use that. But maybe we can give Bucky that, even though that's may or may not be intended for him, because look what the package shows. So look at this awesome art right here. His beard was a little thicker than that in the movie. And there's Falcon. Falcon looks absolutely great. So, and Falcon was holding guns too. So look at this, just so outstanding. And then, you know, I got this right when it first came out from Target, and they only had a bunch of smushed ones up here, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna find it again, so I got it anyway, even though the package was smushed, but whatever. And look at this beautiful pose right here. And let's take a look. So, trained by different armies, but Equally prepared to defend their allies from any threat, Winter Soldier and Falcon stand their ground to protect the Earth from otherworldly adversaries. And what's really cool is they're gonna have their own series also on Disney Plus. So there's gonna be WandaVision, there's gonna be Falcon and Winter Soldier, there's gonna be Loki, he's gonna have his own show, and I'm forgetting one, but yeah, that's gonna be really awesome. Let's get these bad boys out of here. There's gonna be a movie coming out for Black Widow. You know, Thor and as Guardians of the Galaxy. That'll be really cool. So, Doctor Strange Part 2. It's just a lot of great Marvel movies that are gonna be coming out in the near future. So look how great these look. So let's just pop these wings out. Absolutely. And let's take a look at Falcon. And something I was just thinking about is I have several of those NECA stands, and I'm like, where are the other ones? Because I'm only thinking of those two right now. Anyway, look at this awesome Falcon. Doesn't he look great? Now, of course, him holding the shield from Captain America's shield would be really awesome. We'll take a look at that in a second. But look at this awesome detail on his suit. Let's see how far back the head moves. It doesn't go that far back. The beautiful head sculpt. Definitely looks like him. So look at that. Got the earpieces in. Shoulders move not too far back, but obviously with the wings anyway, we don't need them to move too far back. They're nice and tight joints. And yeah, move tight right there. Moves in the hard part of the bicep, and then this joint actually feels really like not that strong, so just be careful. Feels kind of weak and yeah, loose. And I mean, guess not loose technically, but I feel like if I pose it too hard, it's actually gonna tear is what it feels like. So just be careful with that. The wrist feels good, moves, looks like he's there to be able to hold a weapon. So we can definitely put guns in his hands. Ab crunch as well, clicks. Moves at the waist really well, really nice and tight. Look at his suit. So the thighs move pretty good. Moves in that high part of the thigh. I'm sorry, the hips and the thighs right there. The knee joint actually feels really good. Look at that. And look at how great his boots look. So nice and tight on the ankles. That rolls really good. And let's see what we got here. So let's put these on. Okay, let me take a look here. Let me make sure I don't put this on the wrong way. So this goes right over. Does it go this way or the other way? I'm trying to remember because I think I put it on wrong the last time. So, okay. See if I put this here. Yeah, no, I think what they told me to do was to put it like this. So, alright guys, let me just pop this on right here. And this on right here. That's what I'm supposed to do. I think I put it on the outside like this last time. And then you guys helped me out and helped made sure to let me know that, hey, you put it on wrong. So then this goes right here. So feel free to correct me if I'm doing something wrong in the comments. That'd be funny if I was doing this wrong again, but whatever. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Too bad these don't move, but still. If I'm not mistaken, I think these are what he used to kill or stab Corvus Glaive in Endgame, right? Just rolled them in and they came in and... So this is an outstanding looking action figure. We're probably going to need that NECA stand to be able to have him flying like this because we don't want him just standing there, do we? Or maybe we do. Maybe we'll just have him standing in the back. So let's turn him at the waist right here. Ooh, that turned. Yep, and let's just put this right back on here. So for now, I guess let's put him standing like this in the back. And yeah, I guess let's move some of our figures down. And once again, we'll arrange everyone later. But let's just temporarily arrange some people right now. Let's bring our Tony Stark down here. Let's put Falcon up there. Now we're cooking. So we can put Captain America right here for now. Uh-oh, starting to knock people over. Yep. And here's Wanda. Alright, let me just move on because everybody's just going to start falling over. Okay, so let's move on. Let's take a look at Bucky here. There's just so many figures. And because this is a cool accessory, but not for the movie, I'm going to have Bucky use this, even though this was more for Falcon to use when he's flying. Nah. I want him to have guns like he was shooting more in Wakanda forever. So, let's take a look at this Winter Soldier. And he looks absolutely outstanding. Look at this. Other than not having the beard, otherwise he looks great. So, this head sculpt looks pretty good. Sebastian Stan, yep. See how far, moves really far forward and pretty far back. Look at that. Oops, didn't mean to pop the head off. Not what I was looking to do. So they just kind of give him like shading on his chin, on his jaw. And got dark there, but anyway, we have really good mobility on the arms and turns really well right there on the sleeve. Double joints on the elbow, outstanding. And then look, it moves up and down here, so that's good, and around. We see that from time to time. Look at this big, strong Wakandan arm. Time for the White Wolf to join the fight, right? Look at that. So that's great. This one moves back and forth instead of up and down like that one, tilting. Moves right here at the waist. Ab crunches forward and back. And then, yep, look at this. Great articulation on the hips, the thighs. Look at the great detail on the legs. Moves right here in the boots and back and forth and around. So that's really outstanding. Look at that. So let's give him this gun, even though obviously it would go great with Falcon. But it gives him something that looks a lot more like what he had in Wakanda. Not the same, but a lot more. It doesn't have a trigger finger on that hand, so I guess we'll put in this one. Even though I wanted, obviously, that hand, the Winter Soldier hand free. So, nonetheless, let's put this like this. Doesn't that look great? So let's get him a really good pose. Let's have him not arching his back too much. And there we are. Doesn't that look great? It looks absolutely outstanding. So, this is gonna be everyone. And let's bring Wanda down. Bring her over here. Oops, she's gonna fall. Let's bring Winter Soldier over here. And I'm about to get everyone posed. Look at that. So, geez, look at all these figures. So, I'm gonna get everyone posed, and then, yeah, we'll sign off for now. Hopefully we can get part 1 to be working well, because it wasn't. But nonetheless, absolutely outstanding. God, look how great these look. So guys, give me a second and let me see what sort of, you know, little bit of composition I can do here. So give me a moment. Okay, well, check this out. Look how amazing these little individual scenes look. Here's Loki and Thor at the beginning of Infinity War. Here's Vision and Wanda trying to fight off Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight right here. Right? Here's Rocket and Groot. Here is Iron Spider trying to fight against Thanos, right? Where Thanos is against Doctor Strange and Iron Man. Look at this great pose right here. And then of course I have them two right here. They can only fight, obviously, can't fight them all. But here is Ebony Maw and Cole Obsidian right here. You can just turn around and fight them. Of course, I have the other Thanos over here. Here's Iron Man. You know what? Let's turn him a little bit. That way he's looking to fight this Thanos over here. What do you say to that? And then, of course, here's Thor with Stormbreaker. Here's Captain America, Falcon, Winter Soldier. Here's Nat right here. Here's Black Panther. And God, there's just so many figures. Just looks so amazing. Look at this. Some of that doesn't look amazing. So we'll get Thanos an even better pose there. But look how great these figures look. Look at that. Just so outstanding. So guys, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you can get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments below. And click the share button so you can let your friends and family and whoever know how great this video is. And they can check it out for themselves. So guys, until next time, thanks for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G.